Oh, keeps on ripping up.
All right, we're on live. I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations unto the brothers and sisters out there pushing the truth of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, I got my brother Uwasib with me here.
Yep.
All right,
Brother Toronto camp.
all right. So we're gonna do a open forum. I didn't have anything really planned. Anything you have, you can bring it out right now. Um, if you don't have anything, I was gonna bring out Second Ezra just to start off the prophecies. Do you have anything to? Oh, that's Satan, man. You see that? You just started the fucking thing, and Satan comes and fucks it up. That's Satan, man.
Swamp.
Come on, that's Satan, man.
Yeah, because I see my internet flashing.
Mm-hmm. Come on. So, did you have anything to bring out?
I'm just gonna grab Isaiah 13.
Come on.
Okay. This is Isaiah 13:1. Babylon with Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them, shake their hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded and my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoiced in my highness. So as we know that, we live in America, which is the high mountain,
Mm-hmm.
and is doing all of the wickedness and atrocities that everybody, mainly our people, they're doing a lot of wickedness, man, as we speak. And then they're bringing sanctions. Like they want to, bring sanctions against Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Because yesterday they already done testing their ICBM technology, and it can go extremely far. But this is not their only test that they've done. So, this is like their sixth test. And there's six tests, that represents something. But when they get to seven, who knows what they're gonna do? It's not even probably even be a test.
Completion.
Yeah. But and Koreans is not playing around. Even though that there's people and in warfare, and that's the only thing that their country is actually investing their money in. Now America's not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going around bombing everybody. But there are people that's over here that's living comfortable. They're not in that that state of mind, and in a war state of mind. People over here are not in that war state of mind. They're they're just easy going. Well, I can buy this.
That's a good point you brought up that I want to bring out. North Korea and their people are ready for war. Like Russia and their people are ready for war. Iran and their people are ready for war. Like they're battle ready. They're constantly training, and more importantly than the training is they're already mentally ready. These people in America and Canada, you people are just lottie-dottie, protesting for a woman to walk around with her titties on the street. That's the kind of mentality you guys are in. While these people are ready to rip your heads off, man.
Yeah, it's very true. Because just the other day they were mentioning in Canadian news about how I believe it's in Montreal. They don't want people to have long was it uh well rifles basically
Mm-hmm.
because of what happened at Polytechnic. I think 1989.
Mm-hmm.
I think it happened where the guy went up in the college or university and blew the heads off of a lot of women,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then you had this Trudeau, baby Trudeau, whatever you want to call him. This guy, he wants to bring forth rights for women.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Why would
yeah.
you want to?
For World War II, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I remember learning that in school, man. They brought that out. That was funny, man.
yeah. This guy's he's crazy, man. He wants to apologize. I believe it was Monday or it was yesterday.
Yeah,
He's like trying to apologize to women. Like, come on, man. You're at a time of war and you're gonna be doing stuff like that.
that
You're the
guy.
first guy to get your dome blown off. You know, it's a damn shame.
Oh man.
Let me jump back here. Finish the rest up here. Yeah, verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of the multitude in the mountains, like of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. The Most High is calling for the angels to bring forth this war, man.
Come on.
So I can grab that in you see here. Let me go to Revelations 7.
I wanted to look up that word. Let me see. I'm gonna look up the word mustereth, right?
Okay.
The word mustereth is paquad. Paquad, which means to attend to muster, to number, to reckon, visit, to punish, to appoint, to look after, care for. So the Lord, He's looking after this situation right now in the Middle East and all over the world with the warfare, and He's caring for it. He's actually looking at it, and he's like the scripture says, the clay, right?
Yeah.
He's the clay maker, so he's molding it how He wants to, man. You know.
Yeah.
That means to
He's
visit.
working the mind
Gone.
to visit the he's working on the minds of the people.
That's right. Right. That's beautiful. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that was really it on muster, and I think there was another word. Tumultuous. No, that was it.
God. Okay.
But I just want to look it up in the. I'm looking it up in the Edom online as well. Um, Late 14th century action of showing, manifestation, illustration, proof. um, Literally that which is shown, meaning act of gathering troops, right? So that's what the
Yeah.
brother read. That's what the Most High he's doing, man. You know. You had a precept in Revelation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bring it up.
Um. Yeah. This is Revelation 7:1. And after these things, I saw four angels standing. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor any tree.
Yeah, and that
And I
wind,
saw,
that wind represents the destruction, the coming imminent destruction. Whether you people out there like to believe it or not, that really doesn't matter. It's all about the elect, man. It's all about the apple of the Most High's eye, which He refers to the elect, starting with the elect. You know, because you 2/3, man, you know, you're you're really a filthy stench to the Most High day by day, man. You know, because
Right.
you 2/3, you guys be sending up them prayers and trying to send all kinds of incense and them nasty ass prayers, man. The Most High, he's not listening to it, man. The angel's not even bringing it up, man. You know, and you guys are a nuisance to the Most High. You know, so it's starting with the elect. You know,
Mhm.
and
Right.
the brother that comes to the camp, I believe he doesn't have a Hebrew name, but the brother with the glasses, he posted a scripture on the comment board, Matthews 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, which is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you go ahead out.
Yeah. Verse 2, Revelation 7:2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the angels, to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, not the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the mark that's going to be for the elect, the exemption mark.
Tawa.
Which is having the name and the name of Yahweh and Wah Yahweh Shai, and the whole knowledge of the scriptures, prophesy in part, to know that this is the end. They're not gonna know, oh, this is not the end. They're gonna know that this is the end because of all of the everything is being played out, all that at once that's in the scriptures. Because everything is building up, man.
Gone.
It's being prepared like a meal. So that these people don't understand. They go to church and expect to see every Sunday to be the same outcome. Like getting robbed, you know, from somebody who's giving you a good looking meal, but it's totally unpleasant. It's disgusting, man. This place is a filthy nightmare, man.
Gone. Hey, Job said that, man.
Mhm.
Job described this place as a fucking nightmare.
That's why he said, no, he wants to wait until his change come, man.
Gone.
See if I can find that. Find that in Job.
Let's see. Was that it on a thing?
Yeah, in Revelation 7:4.
Gone.
Then it gets into tribes.
Because I had
Yeah, and by the way, that's the
yeah,
only
go ahead,
people
go
who's
ahead.
actually delivered is only the tribes. So
Gone.
12 tribes, not every tribe. It's just the 12 tribes.
Gone. I had an article from Natural News and it just came out yesterday. And it's titled, this goes hand in hand with prophecy, right? And it's titled prepare for sudden radical transformation at every level of society you may not recognize tomorrow.
Whoa.
And it says when the Berlin Wall fell, it was an all of a sudden phenomenon. The week before, there were no abundantly evident signs that such a monumental historical event was about to take place. This is how history often occurs, slowly at first, then all at once. You see how the Most High works, man?
Yeah.
So that's why that scripture in was that Nahum or Habakkuk, though it tarry, wait for it, man.
Khan.
Right? Because this is how things happen, right? Like, like when I was watching those old videos of us like 8, 9 years ago, when we just came on the highways, those times were really relatively peaceful. Like nothing was really kicking off. We were speaking as really crazy people, you know, and I can only imagine the apostles back in the 2000 and you know in the 90s, things were kind of kicking off, but not to the level it is now. And now really people are actually getting scared, man, because you know they see the chip coming closer and closer, and they see the martial law and the famines and the earthquakes and all these things. And they're like, wow, all these things that these guys are saying, and it's not us saying it; it's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that's allowing us to say it, you know, because we're the ambassadors, we're the messengers for Yahweh Shem Yahushua,
God.
you know. And these things happen slowly, and then all of a sudden it's gonna come, man. And it's described in the book of Second Ezra, man. That when that arrow is pulled back, man, you know, it says, "Can one drive away a hungry lion?" You know, that's what's gonna come. It's gonna come like all of a sudden, man.
Yeah, it's gonna come like a flood.
That's right.
Can't push the flood back, man.
It says, due to a multitude of factors, including the rise of independent journalism and the exposing of the failures of big government, the world is now poised for a cascading series of true revolutions involving everything from medicine to economics. The underlying conditions leading to these revolutions have been building for decades, often without any surface evidence of the tipping point that's about to be tripped. Once these monumental changes take place, it will all seem obvious in retrospect, but looking forward from the present, it's extremely difficult for most people to get past normalcy bias, which means they expect the future to be exactly like today. And it's going to trip a lot of people up, man, because even these so-called conspiracy theorists, what they know, what the knowledge they were given, um, this truth supersedes it, man, because people think, most people think it's just about the Illuminati and the chip. Majority of people, they don't know about, you know, the whole Israelite thing, that is going to be a world government. They don't know about the chariots. They don't know about the war that's coming. They only know certain increments. The men of the Lord, they've been telling you for years, man, about in-depth things that are going to come, about the World War III, you know, the chariots, you know, Armageddon, right? Which isn't from that movie, from the movie Armageddon. That's not what Armageddon.
Yeah.
Or the core, you know, where they got to save the planet's core, or else it's gonna implode. That's not Armageddon, man. It's a mountain of troops. It's a big battle between all nations, and then when Yahushua comes back, they're gonna unite all together. They're finally gonna be one, and they're gonna try to fight the Lord, and the Lord's gonna obliterate them, man.
Right.
These things are gonna really blow people out, because they're gonna say, "This is some extra shit. This is some Marvel shit." That's what Esau's preparing you people, or you know, just giving you a little glimpse with these Marvel movies, man.
Yeah, because they get it from the scriptures, and the people don't understand when it said multitudes. Why would it be multitudes? You need a multitude. That means that you're going to war. Wouldn't be just people just gathering together like in these churches. Oh, huh? Why would the Most High say that there's multitudes gathered together?
Okay.
Have one consent, you know. And it's not just like it's in one location in the Bible. It's in I already read it in Isaiah. It's in Esdras. It's in the book of Daniel, I think. Yeah, the book of Daniel, and then in the book of Revelation. I believe it might be in another place in Jeremiah.
Okay.
So these people discern scriptures, spiritually discern scriptures. You know,
That's right.
these people don't know how to put themselves.
Let's see.
Let's see if I can grab those scripts.
This is the same article. I just want to get a couple points. It says down. It says, finally, in this third podcast, I reveal that I'm hearing through my network of former military contractors that a massive domestic deployment mission is being shopped, meaning that someone in the federal government is expecting widespread social unrest in the near future. perhaps between now and the 2020 elections, which it very well can be so, right? Because think about it, all these things are being set up. So, people hate Trump, of course. So imagine, well, hopefully it happens sooner, but in a so-called rational, I'll say, timeline, 2020 could be the time, because they're not gonna accept this guy twice, man. They're gonna they're gonna really fight and bring their arms out, man, and that's when Esau's gonna roll on the people, man.
Yeah, because he just had an executive meeting, and those two guys, they never showed up. Why would they not show up? But they had a horde to go to or something, like, why would they not? They're not taking this guy seriously,
Con.
because it seems like they don't want to be in bed with the whore,
Yep.
which is Babylon, because they don't want to have that policy, because you have these other superpower nations trying to come into power. They don't want to be in bed with America anymore. They don't want to have ties with them. They're trying to avoid use the dollar. They're bringing the gold standard, and then America has put sanctions on them because they're going behind their back doing this and that.
Con. 100%.
Because they're doing a lot of sedition, man.
Mm-hmm.
These other nations are doing sedition against America. They're plotting against them, man, because they're trying to avoid using their petrodollar and their standard. They don't want to deal with it because it's corrupting their financial stability over in their country.
Con.
Because they already look at America as an example because of that Great Depression that they had, and then we already had another Great Depression in 08.
Yeah, they call the recession. Yeah, man. Hey, like the brother said, it's gonna be like Bushwick, I Am Legend, right? The Road, the Book of Eli. Yeah, man. We can get serious.
Yeah, because not everywhere is gonna go down at the same time, because you're gonna have resistance in those Bible states.
Con.
Because they don't want to put up with this type of stuff.
Yeah, like
that's why they bear arms.
The really big cities like New York and like LA, they're just gonna get ran through, man. They're just gonna get stopped. But them down south Bible Belt places, man.
Yeah.
Like
America,
it's like they already got they already have militia groups, man. They're already training in the woods, and they already know the government's gonna come for them, and that's just Satan against Satan, man. So that's the Lord further dividing the house. That's the Lord further dividing Esau, man. When you got Edomites fighting Edomites, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, and you see it on YouTube, So it's not like it's not happening. It's actually happening. Let me I'm gonna grab that in I think I can grab that in, where is that? I believe that's in Isaiah 19. Yeah. Let's start. Yeah, I'll start at Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come.
The burden of Egypt meaning America, right? Because America, one of its pseudonyms, if you will, is Egypt, because America basically took all the customs of the ancient kingdoms and incorporated it into its society. The Babylonians, the Egyptians, the Syrians, etc. All right, that's why you have the Washington Monument is an obelisk, which is an Egyptian symbol, right? And there's many more examples, like the back of your dollar bill has the pyramid on it. The eye of who's a Horus or whatever, which it all goes back to the Babylonians anyway. All right, but Egypt, in the scripture, Deuteronomy 28, you shall not go to Egypt again with ships. That's talking about America. All right, so this is the Lord telling you the burden, man, the burden of America. Egypt means bondage in the Greek, and America itself means bitter. It goes hand in hand. It's not bondage bitter, you know. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah,
The Lord prophesying the downfall.
that's right.
Go ahead.
The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt
Hey, Caesar's
in
gonna
the midst of it.
Caesar's gonna move away, man.
That's right. He's gonna fall down, and nobody's gonna want to pick him up.
Like what was that in Judges? Dagon.
Oh,
Dagon, when Dagon fell.
yeah. Fucking a stiff idol that can't even help its own self. It's supposed to be a power, yet it has no power. It would have picked up his own self.
It was a damn fish, man.
Yeah. Serves them damn Hamites right.
Gone.
And I think, oh shoot, I was just trying to remember something because I could have sworn that happened in the Roman Catholicism church.
Well, with Dagon, right?
Where that happened. Yeah.
Yeah. The Pope, he wears that hat that he wears is really Dagon.
Yeah, because I remember some idol of theirs fell over or something like that a while back.
Yeah, like if you I'm gonna put it on the camera. If you look up like this, see it.
Ah, right? There it is.
Down, but that's the hat. The Pope wears represents Dagon, showing you that these devils, they just take all these ancient gods and they just incorporate them, which that's Esau's nature. Esau's not even original with his shit, man. Like he just takes your shit. You know, he just takes your shit, man. That's why he's a waste man. You know, this guy's a demon, man. He just takes your. That's why it was a Nahum when it says he neither keepeth at home, but gathereth to himself all people. He likes that melting pot shit because he lives off other people. He's a succubus, man. He's a serpent, right?
God.
Go ahead, Art.
I'm gonna practice scripture. Just had to go grab some. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, verse 2. Isaiah 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one his brother.
Yeah, this is Americans versus Americans, Democrats versus Republicans, right? And it gets more deeper because Democrats, right, and the Republicans, they started beefing more to the point where far leftists and far rightists, you know, and those two ideas they can't come together, so they're gonna actually start fighting, man. Like that's what Esau's militia is all about, man. You know. Go ahead, Art.
And they shall fight every one against his brother, every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Khan.
And the spirit of Egypt.
Man, that's these people, man. It's gonna that's when the Apocrypha details that it's gonna go by neighbors, man. You know, you're gonna have your close neighbor that you had barbecues with and all these things, man. It's gonna get very tight. You know, everyone's pockets are gonna get tight, man. And these people, man, with their fucking pockets, that's their world. So they're gonna start turning on each other. They're gonna start killing each other, stealing goods out of Bob's house, Jim's house. You know, kill their wife.
That's right.
You know, it's gonna get bad, man. You know, these things are not. We're not just pessimists. You know, you guys are negative. You guys are pessimistic, and no, these are things that the Lord let us look and see, and our job and our duty is to warn you people about it. So you have no excuse, man. You can't say no. I didn't hear about it. I wasn't told. I
God,
wasn't informed. You know, you can't. Hey,
it's right before these people's eyes, and they can't grasp it. Cause why? Because they're not spiritually discerned.
these are the true riches, right? So you can't say in
Yeah,
that day that you're not economically viable. You are economically viable because you got these scriptures, man. You heard the word. You know, we're really economically viable because we got these scriptures, man. We have the treasures. You know.
that's right.
Go ahead.
Because prior to the scriptures prophecy fulfilling, at that time when Esau was prospering, till he went up into the heavens, like he was the it guy. But since then, he's been falling. You know, since he hasn't used the nuke again, he's fallen down.
Hey,
He's fallen.
that's Luke. I seen Satan falling as lightning. I beheld.
That's right. So these people, like I was saying from earlier, that they should know what time they're in, but they don't. Like the last movie I seen, one of the last movies I seen, Bushwick, it showed you men invading other men's houses, man. And this was in the movie took place in was it in Brooklyn? I believe it was in Brooklyn,
Yeah, yeah.
and people were invading one
Come
another. It started from people being in the subway, and they're like, "Oh, where is everybody?" They didn't see anybody. All of a sudden, you see a man coming down the stairs on fire.
Yeah.
It's like,
Hey, that's why it says great confusion, man, shall be in many places, man. It's gonna get buck wild, man. You're gonna see like in Purge, was that not great confusion?
God,
You were walking, and then you seen three fucking bankers get hanged, and then you seen the writing.
yeah,
These motherfuckers took money from the people, you know.
yeah. You had people, they didn't regard their kings, as the scripture says.
People aren't ready for it. They're not mentally prepared for it.
Con,
You know.
they're the ones who are not economically viable, man. Let's see here. Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards,
Fun.
and the Egyptian. And people don't understand who these wizards are. These wizards are the Rothschilds, these bankers, your mayor, your councilmen, deputy wards, um, and crowns, and all of these people of these high statures in your society. These are the people that seek after these things, because they're going to tell you lies, because they all follow the after Ordo Ageo. That's flipped. It's flipped around to the normal person. I mean, not really the normal person, a bugged out person that walks up, your neighbor or your person who's at your work site. These people are under a spell in the Matrix.
Fun.
They're just useless eaters, the sheeple. And they're the ones who are going to get caught up in this.
Fun. That's right, man.
Verse 4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. Yeah, that's it from there in verse 4.
All right, so I'm gonna go back to the article and finish that up. So it says again, we don't know the underlying reason behind this expected social unrest. It's the Lord, all right, you dummies. But it could be caused by numerous political or financial events such as the federal government declaring default on its own food stamp program, SNAP in acronym, or a devastating market correction that sends the economy into a downward spiral. Some people believe that mass arrests of corrupt local officials are on the horizon, and others believe that the armed left-wing groups like Antifa are planning an organized attempt at a cultural revolution rooted in communism ideology. Whatever the root cause, military contractors are getting the word that something big is about to go down. And remember, these contractors are ex-military, meaning that deploying them on the streets of America is not a violation of posse comitatus or comitatus, right? The fact that I'm hearing rumblings of such activity is a strong indicator that something massive is afoot, something that is known in advance. Perhaps it's war with North Korea and the expectation of a nuclear strike on the US city, or it might be a large-scale false flag terrorism event that's being planned to ensure the continued growth of the surveillance police state infrastructure first signed into law following the events of 9/11. So they're just giving you a few scenarios. They don't know which one it is, but hey, maybe all of them might go down. You know, the Lord is sending plagues to America, man. That's
right.
that's the point of it. And it says
Yeah,
prepare for sudden transformation.
yeah. Because I didn't even get to watch this show, but I remember this scenario that happened. This show called Jericho,
Mhm.
and basically, America, like they implode, they drop their own bombs on them own selves, or it was like terrorists, so-called terrorist organizations, but the real terrorist is your fucking government. Now they dropped off, like, I don't know if it was 20 or 30 nukes in certain states. They just let them off, and then the whole America was done. It was basically Book of Eli.
Con.
And Esau will do these type of things, man, because that's just his nature. Esau will do this just to go to war with another country.
Con.
You know, that's just his nature, man. Because you people, you're just sheeple. You're expendable. Because they do it with their own army soldiers. So what makes the sense that they wouldn't do it to you? They already did it to you New Yorkers during 9/11. You were expendable, man. And I'm sure there's still bodies that aren't found. you know,
Yep. That's right, man.
they just wrote some wall with holy put names, and people gave in the names. Oh, this person is missing. He said he was going such and such. He's missing. What
Con.
about those bums that that hanged around that financial district just to get that was begging for the dollar? That's this is America that you live in, man.
That's right. That was it.
Yeah.
Fine. So yeah, so back, just finish the article, and then I'm gonna bring out Second Ezra. This is same thing in the same article. It says during such events under the headline "Prepare for Sudden Transformation." During such events, there's always turmoil and increasing social chaos. In some such events, large numbers of people are arrested or even executed, like Bane.
Yeah.
The victors write the history books, of course, covering up their crimes of genocide or mass theft. Something monumental is afoot. The society in which you live in today may simply be gone when you wake up one morning, and your tomorrow might be unrecognizable, at least for a little while. And it's going to be for a long while, and it's going to keep on going. It's going to get worse and worse and worse, man. It's not going to be just a
That's
little
right.
stamp in history. This is going to be a great monumental. It tells you it's going to be a high holy day for the elect in the kingdom, man. So this thing is going to be
That's
great,
right.
like the destruction of Egypt, man.
That's
Um,
right.
it says, my underlying message is All this is to get prepared for the unexpected. Anticipate disruptions in just-in-time delivery of food and fuel, especially if you live in a city. Anticipate social chaos, political upheaval, and even the possibility of international war, including foreign soldiers on U.S. soil. Because this time, man, this time is completely unpredictable for you people. So literally,
Mhm.
you can be just downtown New York, and a bunch of Korean troops just come out, man, and start
Yeah,
just
paratroopers just start coming in
yeah.
because that happened in which was it Call of Duty 3? No, I can't even
Yeah,
remember which one it was.
I remember one of them.
It was
Yeah,
Black Tuesday. It was
uh,
called Black Tuesday, and then you had the
okay.
Russians just flying in.
Yeah.
Everything, the skyscrapers are getting smashed. Everything just
Even
smashed.
the
And
airport too. They were shooting up the
also,
airport.
yeah, you went to where was it? You went to Wall Street, basically the financial district, and that place
Gone.
was, was
Yeah.
besieged by the
That was
Russians.
crazy.
So these
Hmm.
people can't act like it's not going to happen, you know?
So
Because
I'm
this is
gonna bring out second
happening
Ezra's
on all villages, man.
Khan. I'm gonna bring out second Ezra's 15 and start at 1. It says,
Con.
"Behold," and you can break it down. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." And it says the words of prophecy. So we're not talking about save this village in Jamaica, or let's buy these kind of garments and support our people, or let's start an Israelite business or Israelite economics. That's not what the Lord is commanding you to do, man. All right, the Lord is commanding you to speak the words of prophecy. Okay, it says, "Be occupied in prophecies, man, till I come."
That's right.
That's the main duty of an Israelite. After that, you have your different offices, but the main thing is these prophecies, man.
Yeah, that's why the Lord
That's,
said He'd rather have us to prophesy, because that's the
yeah,
time that we're in. To tell,
that's right.
say it
No,
before,
I think that was Paul. I would rather thou prophesy or something like
yeah,
that. Um, it's in verse 2, "And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." And we believe that through faith, that these
that's right.
words that are written, they're going to come to pass. And we're already seeing them come to pass. So they're going to be shown through the test of time that they are faithful and true. And no other book can match this book. No other book on the planet can match these prophecies, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that is contained in this book.
Con.
And this is a good scripture, verse 3. "Fear not the imaginations against thee," because these people imagine a lot of things against you, man. You
That's right.
know, they might imagine certain ways you die or certain torture. Don't fear those things, man, because the Lord is fighting for us. You know,
Hmm.
let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. And I'm going to get this word. I already know what it means, but I wanted to get a little deeper. But basically, in a nutshell, it means someone's unfaithfulness. So,
That's right.
in
Incredible.
incredulity, so like your mom or your woman or whoever, your brother, your sister, your cousin that you're really close with, they don't believe. Don't let that trouble you, man. Don't be shocked at it, because we were all shocked or mad or got mad. Oh, why don't you believe this? Look, it's right in your face, you know. But we learn to grow, so certain people just can't get it, man. And makes this thing more precious. I remember Apostle Gabar said that. That's what makes this thing even more enclosed and precious, that less people flock to it.
That's right.
The word incredulity from dictionary.com: the quality or state of being incredulous, inability or unwillingness to believe, right? Um, synonyms,
Faith.
yeah, synonyms are disbelief, skepticism, doubt. So when the Lord said, "Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee," right? Because these people, man, you go on their Instagram and they're living life, and they're not even thinking about anything that matters. So you're looking at, it might bug some brothers out saying, why doesn't this guy listen, or how are these people completely bugging out? That's the state of delusion the Most High has them in. That's really the power of the Lord, where He has them in that state of slumber, man.
Con.
Yeah. So back to second Ezra. I'm gonna read again, verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Right? Shit talkers, right? Verse 4. And this should be a moniker. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right? Verse 5.
That's right.
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, man. You see, so what are these hurtful works, man? It's all these things that these Edomites are doing, mainly these Edomites are doing, along with other nations and the 2/3.
That's right.
This wickedness hath polluted, man. So
it's fulfilled.
stench in the earth, man. There's a pollution. We're not talking about smog or the fucking leftover from the car, or whatever. We're talking about pollution from wickedness, man, from sin.
That's right. Because it's sin that actually causes the land to be what it is.
That's right.
Because that happens. That happened when the land had to be cleansed, like the time of King David, when he did iniquity, and then the Most High was like, "Oh, you have to choose.
Right.
You have to choose either a famine, death, plague, and he had to choose. So the Most High had to come and cleanse the land.
That's right.
And that's mainly from doing spiritual whoredom or adultery, spiritual adultery. That's why that happens. Like the land has to be cleansed.
That's right. That's right, man. The point about Sodom and Gomorrah, did it not say that their sins have reached unto heaven? So when there's a limit, man, right? So the Lord winks. It tells you at wickedness and He's merciful power, but it gets to a certain point, man, where the Lord, He's had enough, man, and He comes and He cleans house, man.
Come.
Verse 7.
I have this Jude.
Bring it out, yeah.
I have Jude 1:7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication, which is spiritual adultery, man. And they were doing actually a lot of perverseness, like sexual orientation and stuff, sexual orientation wise.
Bestiality,
doing,
orgies,
walking around naked and stuff. And going after strange flesh. So they weren't, man and woman wasn't going together. If they were doing orgies and madness. There's nothing left for that place, man.
That's right.
Because of its wickedness was so great. And that's one of the lowest places on earth. Like to build somewhere, but you can't build there. But like the sea level, it's like totally under. It's probably even lower than Florida's sea level. Totally like low. Probably way under 500 meters. Sea level. And going after strange flesh are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. So the Most High made, the Most High Kameo made that place, man. He blasted that place off the earth, man, and the people that dwelt there. And everything that was there, there's no stone upon stone. So what's going to happen to America because of all of its wickedness, man? people should indulge in. Look at the works of what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Gone.
There's nothing left there, man. People go jump in the Dead Sea. They don't realize the Dead Sea is where the Most High actually leveled that place, man. Under that water, you can't even find the foundation of Sodom and Gomorrah and the five cities.
Well, the salt,
basically, there, man.
The salt content of the water is so high that you actually stay afloat. It actually keeps you up. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't see what's down there. And Esau has you can watch those who are watching this. You can go and watch videos of that place and get a brief history. You don't have to go there. You can just watch videos of Esau investigating what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. And then you have this damn devil doing the same acts as them. He's a damn hypocrite. He's a damn hypocrite, man. The man actually goes there, has file footage video of him trying to go to the depths of Sodom and Gomorrah, or the salt water that's there, the Dead Sea, where one of the cities actually that's under there. This man goes there and does a brief documentary about it, and then commits the same wickedness in the earth that they did. This man's a damn hypocrite.
If you look, right, like people Edomites swimming and shit, they just stay afloat. They don't even sink to the bottom because the salt content.
Yeah.
They just stay, afloat because there's a lot of salt in there, man. You see, like all this shit. This is all.
That's the place where you're doing
that. That's not rocks. Those are salt. That's salt.
That's right.
So if you just type that in, you'll see all kinds of shit, man. Because Esau said there's strange salt formations like this shit that's forming. If you like type it in and you go through it, like all this shit, this is all the salt.
Damn.
So
see?
That's the Lord, man. That's where it was. This is all salt, man. And Lot's wife, she's still up there, man. She's a pillar of salt. That's all salt right there, yeah. It looks like fucking
ice. Heavy.
Yeah. So the Lord, man, I don't know how America's gonna look after this, man.
That's right. Because it said it's gonna burn forever.
Yeah. Fine. You had something else, or I still got second Ezra?
Yeah, and just verse 8 here. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignities.
And
so the works of
this is Lot's wife. Mm-hmm. This is the pillar of salt right here in Jordan.
That's right. Because when you look into the accounts of when Lot left, they were above the city, man.
Yeah, see, it's on the top right there.
They were above where the city was, man.
So these are terrifying things, man, that should really like scare you, man.
Yeah.
It should bring fear into you, because happened, you mockers out there that talk shit about the scriptures, man, you're about to see the full effects of the scriptures.
That's right. Because I believe even what happened to Lot's wife happened to a few of the people who tried to escape what was it again? Mount Peruvius? Pompeii, my bad.
Yeah.
That movie, Pompeii. Yeah. That's what happened to people too. From living in Pompeii. So these are examples in earth of ungodliness, man. You know, and some of these people tried to escape, but they didn't escape the judgment, man.
Con.
So that's gonna go for the same people who are gonna try to flee America in a 747. You know, and while some of these people who try to get into a bunker at the same time too, because not everybody's gonna,
Yeah.
make it. Only the elite bankers, they're gonna make it getting out.
Con. Because
They're prepared for slaughter, man.
There's a special event waiting for them, man.
Yeah.
So the Lord's gonna preserve them because there's something special waiting for them.
God.
He tells you, so I can look at that scripture. Oh, is that Isaiah? Try to find it. I'm gonna keep reading. You can break it down. Second Esdras, 15 and verse 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold,
So the stuff that these people are doing, man. I mean, our people. It's a daily thing for them, man. It's a habit,
right.
And it's gonna be their recompense.
Con.
Continue.
It says, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
That's right.
It says, verse
So
9.
the men that died in this work,
Con.
Abba
Bivens, Yaquab, Elder Yaquab, King Masha.
Yep, King Masha.
Certain brothers.
And the fellow brothers.
Certain brothers in today's time. The brother in Trinidad, he got stabbed.
Yep.
There's brothers out there, man, that, they're coming in full power, man. They died faithfully in truth. So they're coming with that glory with Yahushua.
That's right. And then the brothers that are going to behold the testimony. Mm-hmm. The brothers that are going to behold the testimony of, like, we're going to be beheaded for the testimony and not taking the chip.
Gone.
Those brothers are going to come back, with the power of the heavens, man, of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, the full force, the full authority, man.
Gone.
All praise to Hashem Yahshai for those brothers that actually are gonna be beheaded.
Yeah, man, those are strong brothers, man.
Because those are the same brothers that was in the time of Maccabees.
That's right. That's right. I had the precept for the kings because I said that that the top elites are going to be saved for something special. This is Isaiah 24, and I'm going to finish in Second Ezra. Isaiah 24 and 21, and it shall come to pass. This is a prophecy. In that day, we don't know what day, but it's a prophecy that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison. And after many days, they shall be visited.
And these are the elites.
Yeah.
These are the elites.
Yep.
The people that you regular people that you don't know that these are the actual the elite bankers, the rich.
They don't make
some of you people
rich list.
Yeah. These people that you haven't even heard of yet, or some of you're just getting into the know. Because the other day, I was in the Winners by the camp, and Howard. This was, I think, the week before last. There was a jam of some sort, and it said Rothschild on it, man.
Yeah, I was listening to to Jadakiss' new album he came out with in October, and in one of the songs he mentioned Rockefeller and Rothschild in the same verse, man. So
Yeah,
it's coming out, but it's like a joke thing still. People don't really understand what it's all about. Like it's Esau's skirt being lifted, but people still don't really understand the gravity of it, you know?
because these people they're right. They're here, you know, and these people don't realize who they are. They own lock, stock, and barrel in America. They own the whole world. They're Job 9:24. You know, and people don't have you don't know royalty.
Con,
They're evil royalty, but you don't know royalty, man. You just see
con,
what's on TV and then take it for face value, and don't
con.
go read things that you know you're forbidden from reading.
That's
You
right.
know,
That's right. Verse 23, then the moon shall be confounded and the sun ashamed. That's these fucking people's wisdom. When the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem and before his ancients gloriously. That's going to be a scene, man. That's going to be a sight for eyes, you
yeah,
know, because these people, they're going to be ashamed. Your woman's lib, your flat earth bullshit, your Big Bang, all your knowledge, man, your whole uh, worldview is going
yeah,
to be brought down, you know,
yeah.
and only the knowledge of the true wisdom of the Lord, because it tells you the wickedness or the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom in the Apocrypha. So all your shit
Con,
that you're studying that's against contrary to the laws of the Most High, that's not wisdom, you know.
con. These people are going to be
So I'm gonna
confounded.
finish in Khan, yeah, 100%. Second Ezra 15 and 9. And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
So the Most High is going to recompense all that innocent blood, man. That's a
When the
lot of
Lord
blood.
says so, he does it.
That is a lot of blood, man. Because here it is, you have Esau killing our people day in and day out, and then our people will come up with the numbers that what Esau comes up with. He's been killing, but the Heavenly Father knows every single bit of it, man.
That's right.
Most High has all the tallies. He has his angels marking off because it is so many areas where Esau is killing our people, and our people are not aware of it
Khan.
because he's still the slave master,
Yep.
so he's still held accountable.
That's right. That's right.
Because he's, and if you're a slave master, you're supposed in the scriptures in the law, you're responsible for your slave.
Yep.
Because even if the man loses his eye on the job, the man can't work for you anymore. You got to let him go.
That's right.
So how much more in those like critique areas that Esau is held accountable for us, man?
Right.
For everything, because he's held responsible for bringing them diseases on us, man.
Mm-hmm.
The last one of them, and then using GMOs or weaponizing food to
Yeah.
kill our people.
Khan.
And then use radiation, and then his silent wars against us.
Mm-hmm.
It's the damn devil.
It says, verse 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. It says, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy
That's right.
all the land thereof.
So it's telling you that the place that we're in is Egypt, and it says
Right.
as before. So why would the Musa repeat us to go back to Egypt when he already destroyed that place?
Khan, there's nothing, and that proves that's not talking about ancient Egypt, because nothing's happening there right now. What kind of shit is happening there? Some kind of battle or skirmish, but what major world events are happening there? Nothing. It's a wasteland.
Okay.
You know. It says, verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. So not
Mm.
God bless America, God damn America.
That's right. That has to be said more, man. That has to be said more.
Who said that?
Because people,
That Jive Turkey. I forget his name, man. It was one of those I gotta look it up, but it was one of the pastors, the black pastors that said that.
oh, okay.
Um, yeah,
That's a true statement,
Jeremiah
you know?
Wright, who's Jeremiah Wright. He said that.
Okay. Yeah, they media blocked him. That's why you don't see him anymore.
Well, that's why when you put the title on Wikipedia is Jeremiah Wright controversy.
Yeah, blocked him. Because he was coming against him a lot. Because he was only like, what, 2-3 years in talking about him, and now all of a sudden you don't even see the guy.
Hey, he even said there's a quote that said the day of Jerusalem's fall. So this dude was controversial, man. Yeah, he said a lot of shit, man.
I'd be surprised if those brothers in Chicago see him.
Yeah, maybe. But he's the one that said, "Not God bless America, God damn America." You know.
Mm-hmm.
So back here it says, verse 13: "They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, with a fearful consolation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be
Which is them guns, man.
Yep.
Them guns. Because now you don't have really mans using swords. It's gonna go back to that. Because that's when the bullets run out, or the guns start jamming. People gonna have to start picking up the machetes.
Yep.
And from the machetes to daggers and swords and all of that.
Yep. It's gonna get medieval, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna get medieval. I think Kazak wants to join. I want to see if I can add him.
I don't know if he's used it before.
The Hangouts.
Yeah, but
yeah, I got a little more. It says
grab something.
shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Meaning they're gonna do whatever they will, and they're not gonna.
That's right.
The sergeant, police officer, or Trudeau, or the premier, or the Mayor Tory. No, they're not gonna care.
It's serious. It's gonna be serious because these people are gonna be like beasts out here, man. They're gonna be lawless. You're gonna be absolutely lawless, man. These people are gonna be more worse than beasts because it's time for the end, and the Most High is gonna be putting spirits out here on these people. These spirits are gonna be loose.
Yeah.
These people, they're not able to have food, so they're gonna go into the crazy mode, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because you already see our people when riots happen, man. What happened in LA riots? That's nothing what's gonna happen.
Yep. Yeah,
LA riots, DC riots and shit. That's nothing.
That's nothing.
You know? That's nothing, man.
Yeah.
Because even though the DC riots and what was it, Milwaukee, them riots, that's all controlled by the white man. You know? Those guys are actors. The LA riots was like something that really actually, you know, people, they lost their minds. Mainly our people. And you already seen that in the UK in what was that? 2011, I think it was, or 2012, when that Jake got killed by the police. That Jake in I'm trying to remember which town it was. But anyways, they the police killed him, And then Jake lost our minds, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're rioting everywhere.
Are you talking about the
Right.
movie they made after him, Fruitvale?
Yeah. No, that's
That was
Slovakia.
Yeah, Kazakhstan.
That was they didn't riot. I don't think they rioted for that, brother. Yeah, Shalom, Ak.
Shalom, shalom, Ak. Shalom, Elder. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Let's get my stuff.
So yeah, I'll read verse 16 again. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
Mm-hmm.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able."
Yeah. So a man's not able to go into the major cities because if you don't have the chip, they're gonna be like, "Well, what are you doing here? Oh, you're deemed as a terrorist. What are you doing in this sector?" And they're gonna apprehend you. You know, because that's Esau's policy.
Yep. Verse 18.
Man, because you see Esau, he's trying to put up tolls, things, you know, to and cameras and so forth to watch everybody. He doesn't want, because Esau wants to separate the poor from the rich. He wants to take values of all of the people.
Verse 18. I love this part, man. "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." Because these men, you're not men. You guys are estrogen-based creatures, man. That's what I call it. You know, you guys,
Absolutely.
you know, you guys need to grow a pair, but it's too late already. You know, it's too late.
That's right.
Verse.
But let's just interject here. You posted, one of the brothers posted in the chat, men's wear, like that new fashion for men's. So even Esau, like he knows what's up.
That's the prophecy, right? Man.
Yeah, I posted that yesterday. Yo, it was shocking. Shocking. It's horrible. That is horrible, man. That goes to show you it's the end, man. People changing roles and stuff. It's like, you know, this white man was esteemed so high. Now he's putting on a woman's dress like it's a normal thing.
Hey, that's why in the kingdom, all the other nations are gonna be like, "Is this the man?
God.
Man that had the whole world in derision?" You know, or no, it's like that had the whole earth in trembling. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This is verse 19. "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation."
That's right. And as you see at Black Friday, a couple of days ago, Nigga Lights Friday, like for TV, they're trampling each other, right? And that's a so-called sale, right? So just imagine when victuals, you know, become rationed.
Yeah.
Right. So if you act that way, niggerly, for a sale, how much more so for food? Right.
Right, man. Verse 20. "Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay themselves one against another." Salakia. "Turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen. So will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus saith the Lord power. It says, verse 22, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. And the innocent blood is starting first and foremost with the elect, going all the way down to the Israelites. That's why it says in Matthew's 5, blessed, it talks about, I believe, the innocent. I'm just going to try to find that. But it's dealing with the Israelites, man. It's not dealing with
That's right.
some innocence, some innocent baby that you think is innocent, but he back to pay the tab. You know?
And the Most High's right hand is not his literal right hand. That's Yahushai, man.
God.
Right? It's going to come to do some zapping and some whapping and slapping. Right? So for you simpletons who might tune into this channel thinking that Most High literally uses his right hand, his holy hand to pimp slap you, right? That's Yahushai, man. All right?
That's right.
It says, verse 23, the fire is gone forth from his wrath and hath consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. That was a point.
So,
You had some, Yusuf or Kazak?
yeah. Well, I want to go because the chip thing, and basically, as the apostle brought out, it's going to be the Internet of Things, right? Where everything, even to a pill bottle, right, is going to have this chip inside it, so they'll know who bought the Tylenol, how much is missing from the bottle, because everything is going to have this code in it, right? So you won't be able to take a pill without this man knowing. So basically, this Internet of Things is like the one world government. So now again, it's like reading the Maccabees again. So I'm going to Maccabees 1, 42, right? And it says, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathens agreed according to the commandment of the king. So the heathens, right? Because right now our people are acting like heathens, so it is referred to them as well, because them too are in this one world government thing, this one world order, where it's a snare to them. They think that because they're going to be selected, right, as East counterparts, they're better than us. All right, not knowing it's a snare to them, right? So verse 43 says, "Yea, many also of the Israelites contended to his religion." Right, and we know we don't deal with religion. We deal with laws, statutes, and commandments, and it was passed on through the Heavenly Father through His Son, and now down to the apostles, down to the elders of the Great Millstone. We deal with our nationality, right? So that word there should be there's nationality and their customs, right? And sacrifice. So
it said consented, right?
Yes. It said consented to his religion, so the white man's religion, like his ideology, right? And sacrifice unto idols, right? And profane the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters to messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land. And isn't it a strange law that a man can be a woman, right? As you brought it earlier. Isn't it a strange law that you can cut your nuts off, right, and put a vagina there, right? Isn't it a strange law to put a chip inside you, right, and to be tracked by this man who wants to be God, right, which is no God, right? Is the God of darkness, right? So that's strange to us, all right? 45, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings. So this is why you know come to the end now, because as much as you like try to forbid us from going out in the street week in and week out and on the Human Ethereum, that's YouTube, he can't do that anymore, right? He can't forbid that. He's going to try and come up later, but it's too late because the word is out, right? Israel knows they're Israel now, like who are in the know and who are supposed to know are Israel now, right? And the 1/3 of us are rebuking this white man and his laws, and the heathens too, right? So it's not only the white man, he's a head honcho, but all the heathens, they don't want to hear this. You have Ching Chong Fry Rice, as our apostle Gabar brought it up, saying we're not the Israelites, right? But they're not saying who is, right? So who is Israelite? You keep saying that we're not, then who is? You can't even gutter rats over there, right? Because Israel is 12 tribes, they're coming one tribe. And they don't say Jew, they say we're Jewish, right? So these people are
Israelites are, but it ain't you guys.
Right? You know what I mean? Right? So back in 45 and for
Slack it. The other day, I think Sunday or it was Saturday, I can't remember which day it was. And then they were saying about how they were letting in lost tribes of Israel into the Holy Land. They were
yeah. Issachar and Manasseh.
These guys
Manasseh and Dan.
These damn gutter rats do that every year. And yet, that's not part of prophecy. It's not part of prophecy. Because the Lord said he was going to do it. He didn't say a gutter rat Jew was going to do it. You know?
But where's the peace?
And how come the rabbi didn't say, oh, we're letting in. Where's the rabbis? Where are they?
Right?
Where are those rabbis?
And where's the peace on earth?
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
It says they're gonna basically bury the hatchet. They're gonna take all the weapons and put them up and bury them. So, but how come there's still nuclear weapons on the earth, man?
All right. Yes, I'll finish this verse and then you guys can take it. So back in First Maccabees 45, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings and in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbath and festival days. All right. So yeah, so that's it for that. So
since you brought up Maccabees, right? You guys can break it down. This is Second Maccabees 6:1. It says, not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers and not to live after the laws of the Most High, and to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter Olympius, and that in Gerizim of Jupiter, the defender of strangers, as they did desire that dwelt in the place. And the point is that this old man of Athens came to them, and he probably came with so-called like how Esau comes with his rationale and his science, and he probably made it sound nice and sweet to the Israelites, to where a lot of them, they accepted it, and even more accepted it after, when you if you didn't keep it, you had to be put to death. So but he came and he started to compel them. So a lot of you Jakes today, this applies today, because you get swindled, man. All them Egyptologists, them top Egyptologists, those are all Edomites. The first Egyptologists, when Polite first came out, Apostle Tahar and the rest of the apostles, they did a video on it. The first Egyptologist that came out with that shit was a French archaeologist, man.
God.
You know, and a lot of the information that they get is from these Edomites. So it just sounds nice and put together like Esau does. Esau packages it, you know, like he'll sell you a product, and you're like, and you're taking. Like, I bought some a couple of days ago, and you're ripping it apart, and you're just, oh shit, this is nice packaging. You know, you're taking it up, the manuals, you have the CD in there. You know, the box is nice.
But that word compel there.
Yeah.
That word compel there also synonymous with threaten.
Gone.
Right? So you're threatening them.
That's right. That's right.
Like in Jamaica now, they're threatening you that if you don't take this chip, you're gonna go to jail and face a fine and serve community hours. So it's the same thing up and all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got the word compel, right? It means, it's from Latin compellere, which means to drive together, drive to one place, to force or compel. Like from com meaning with, pellere to drive. So to drive with or together. From PIE, which is pre-Indo-European, to thrust, strike, or drive. So yeah, the brother's on point. All right, so back to second Maccabees 6 and 3.
Two.
Yeah.
The coming of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people, for the people temple things by the Gentiles. So meaning that temple, you had men that tried to defend it, and then you had the heathens and Jakes that were already heathens in their mind. They're already fighting, man. They're rioting because some of them said, no, this is good. Then you had men that were, integrous men. They said, no, this is wickedness. So you had fights who dallied with harlots. You had men popping harlots in the temple, man.
That's Jake.
That's all kinds of craziness, man. And had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places. And besides that, brought in things that were not lawful. The altar also was filled with profane things which the law forbiddeth. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. And in the day of the king's birth every month, they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when the feast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus carrying ivy. That's what that Valentine's Day heart symbol is really a plant, a flower.
Yeah, and now it's worth with throwing down the people that they actually buy costumes now in advance to go this festivity, right? They call it, I have a different name for it. They call it Caravana or Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So at one point, we would be resisting this wickedness, but now in advance, I was dealing with this girl. She's a heathen in ways, but she's just following the Eve crowd, the Jake, the black woman, right? Because her friends are all black women, and that's what they do. They want to be a part of it. They call it jumping or whatever, jump, something like that. I don't follow that training shit, but it's called jump. They go jumping, and I guess
they call it in Trinity Lyman.
Yeah, but in Jamaica we're gonna jump. So I guess she should have all this costume made up, and then she's on Instagram, IG, had a picture up. So I'm a man, so I'm all looking, all of her business is out because it's too small for her. You know what I mean? So it's the same feast coming back, the same party coming back present day, but it's called something else. But it's the same spirit, man.
Yep.
That's right, man. And these Jakes, you tell them about it, they get mad at you. They'll say, "Oh, that's actually part of my culture."
Yeah, it's part of Jamaican culture and Trinidadian culture, Caribbean culture.
Which they got fucking man. All those masks and shit and all that shit. You can go research about it. It came from Esau, really from the Romans, man. But the Europeans, the Edomites adopted it and they carried it through, and then they put it upon you, Jakes, man. Verse 8. Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews, that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. For there were 2 women brought who had circumcised their children, whom when they had openly led round about the city, the babes hanging at their breasts, they cast them down headlong from the wall. It sounds like what the Spaniards did when they came. Same people, man, same devil. Verse 11. And others that had run together into caves nearby to keep the Sabbath day secretly, being discovered to Philip, were all burnt together, because they made a conscience to help themselves for the honor of the most sacred day. That was a point.
That's right. So yeah, there are people, honoring the Sabbath, keeping the Sabbath, and yet he's being a damn devil, killing our people for being circumcised. This is a damn devil, man.
Gone.
He doesn't respect people's integrity, man.
Gone.
He wants you to convert to his to his wickedness. It's just filthy, man.
And to say something, back then you would understand if you were want to forsake it back then, right? Because most people want to keep their lives. But what's Jake's reason now, right? Because there's no one's killing you to get to circumcise your children now, right? It's expensive, but Jake used to have the money. But when it comes to the Jordan release or the iPhone release, right? They have huge lineups, right? So you can't say it's expensive, right? Because you know what I mean. So Jake's just wicked, man, right? They're a seed of evildoers, and that's why the Most High is going to kill them, because it's a seed of evildoers, man, and don't want to come back to the laws, right? They want to follow after this devil. Why? Because the devil give them nothing.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, that's it on that.
I guess you guys brothers can break it down, but since you brought that out, this is Isaiah 1 and 3. It says, "The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider." It says Jake doesn't even consider, man.
That's right.
These
are animals that that you keep on your farm to do hardcore labor, man.
Yeah, like I said, hardcore and repetitive labor. So it's the same job over and over again. So they're known like just basically like robots, like dumb animals, But that's why they use the Most High used the example of an ox and an ass, because they're it's like a joke. Oh, you're a jackass, but hey, it knows what it is. Do you? Verse 4, it says, "Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evil doers, children that are corrupters." Everything,
So the Most is telling you they're a seed of a sinful nation. So I must go against the Most High's will and say I love black people? No, man. He's telling me you're a bunch of seed of evildoers. So if you ain't coming into the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, fuck you, man. Excuse my French, right? Because I don't want to hang out with
feminine, man. So there's no,
right? Gone, man.
It's you can't be in between. It's either you're Israelite or you don't know. But we don't want to deal with the ones who don't know. It's either you're getting refreshing, awakening on the spirit, or you just a friggin' walking corpse. Who's going to be blown away by this? Continue.
They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Verse 5, this is a good verse. It says, "Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint." So the Most High is even telling you, why am I going to mess you up even more? You're just going to dig yourself into a pit more.
Yeah.
You're so far gone that you're gone from correction, man. And then the law tells you, if you have a stubborn son that he doesn't listen to your correction, you put him to death, man. It tells you that in the book of Deuteronomy.
That's right.
Because why? Because it brings shame to your house, even though it hurts you as a father. Of course, we can't even comprehend that in this society that we live in. But that's how it was in the ancient world, because it was all about your house, man, your lineage, your pedigree, right? Like if you had a whore daughter, that brought great shame to your house, right?
Or a faggot son, like Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's trying to be more woman than a woman, right? Right.
Verse 6, "From the sole of the foot even unto the head there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores." They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. That was the point.
Hey man, that's gross, man.
Yeah.
Like you ever seen someone with an open sore like that's festering and can't get better?
Man.
Like that's gross. So the most of these allegories, man, to paint a picture in your mind of how he sees us, right? Well, the man who willing to turn back and repent, right? You're despicable, man, filthy, right? And there's no other way of saying that you guys are gross in gross darkness, dirty, low down dogs. You know what I mean? In today's terms, the most is like, look at it, he's embarrassed, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Embarrassing, like it must feel like, I created these things. I call him my son, right? That's why you can't have a term. You're not Israelites, man. You're not Israelites. All right. The ones who are in his truth, in the word, and the doctrine of the apostle and elder of GMS, who's from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Other than that, man, yeah, there's some other camps out there that's preaching the word, right? But most of the camps, man, there's niggerlites too, man. You know what I mean? Don't try and change the doctrine, man.
That was it,
Okay.
What is that from that scripture?
Yeah, that was it,
Okay, I have another scripture in 1 John 5:17. All unrighteousness is sin. There is a sin unto death. We know that whosoever is born of Yahweh sinneth not, but he that is begotten of God keepeth himself, and that wicked one toucheth him not. And we know that we are of God, and the whole world lieth in wickedness.
That's right, man. The whole world lies in wickedness.
That's right.
Okay. So once you lead the scriptures, man, and start leading your own understanding, you're going to pray, right? You're going to pray to this wicked system, right? As the elder rightly says, everything is packaged nicely, right? I like, it's funny you said it because I just bought a phone yesterday, and how they know to fold it this way and that way so it fits perfectly in the box. And I thought, so it's funny, there's a spirit man, bro, because the same thought came in, like, man, this kind of deceiving as fuck. So it's the same way how life is, right? They give you, for instance, music. They put music like it's a harmless thing, you know what I mean? But they've studied sounds, right, and melodies, and how to get people to think a certain kind of way, and act a certain kind of way. All right. So what they call music now today is not music. It's witchcraft and sorcery. Right. So once you leave this truth and this song, which is the word, the scriptures, right, and listen to the strange sounds, you're doomed, man. Right.
That's right.
Read me, brother. Read.
Yeah, that was it from John there.
Okay.
I got a precept since you brought out that. This is Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. And the point is that these words, they're a tower. So once you come out of that tower and you start speaking on certain things, you're not defended anymore. You can be attacked. Someone can arrow you. Someone can, cut you up. If you're in that tower, you have a defense, right? So again, once you come out of that stronghold and you start speaking about things that you think it's not going to work out, man.
That's right. Because you're going contrary to the doctrine.
That's why I got this other precept, Proverbs 14:12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Yeah, because you go to church on Sunday, right? And think, I'm going to praise the Lord on a Sunday. It seems right, but is it? Did the Lord holler out every Sunday before you go to church, right? And until you can eat pork, right? Until you shave your beard and be a faggot, homosexual, right? Or a woman ruling over you. So it seems right? right? Because Esau have it where everyone's all equal, but it's not according to the Bible, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's trying to push equality in everything. He's trying to put equality. It's good thing to have lady boys and transgender, all this dogma, man. How's that equal to me? It's either one's up or one's down. You can't have two things on the same level, man. That's a false balance. That's absolute false balance, man. And the scripture speaks about that.
That's it. The script. I got a script. Are you done with that one?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Psalms 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Mm-hmm. So the secret place of the Most High is in scriptures.
Yep.
All right. That's a secret. But now we'll make it public. See, one time, we do in our own time read the Bible, but week in and week out, we're out there making it public. And this is where you need to be, right? It's not a secret anymore. So if you want to have a good life, right, so-called good life, and so-called prosper, it's just the only way you can do so is with this money, man. It's scripture, right? Sophia, the knowledge. Go on. Say unto the Lord, it says Lord there, but we know it should be Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. He is my refuge and my fortress. Mm-hmm. So what the fortress do, man? Protects you, right? It didn't say your bank account, right? Or how big your muscles are. It says the Most High is the fortress. Right. My power, right? My God, but it's power. My power, in Him will I trust. And only 1/3 of us, men, right, is going to adhere to the scriptures and know that your trust should be in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and that's it. Everything else is fruitless, man, right? And it'll come to naught. All right? Verse 3, surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. So what? Are they making things up? There's a snare out there, man. There's a trap out there for you, okay? For you dumb jakes, man, thinking everything is hunky-dory. It's not, right? There's a trap set there for you. And from the noisome pestilence. And that noisome pestilence going to ICBMs, man. All right? It's coming for you. Right? Yeah, so that's it on that, man.
I had the precept since you said that. A good long life. This is Baruch 3 and I'm gonna start at 9. Hear, Israel, the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom. How happeneth it, Israel, that thou art in thine enemies' land, that thou art waxen old in a strange country, that thou art defiled with the dead, that thou art counted with them that go down into the grave? Thou hast forsaken the fountain of wisdom. For if thou hadst walked in the way of the Most High, thou shouldst have dwelt in peace forever. Verse 14, it says, learn where is wisdom, where is strength, where is understanding, that thou mayest know also where is length of days and life, where is the light of the eyes and peace.
That's good, man.
Your WhatsApp got cut out. Let me see. Yeah. Got any precepts? Yeah, that was basically what the brother brought out. Because why? Because these laws, they have everything you need. They have ways of communicating with people, how you communicate, debate, dietary laws, all your judicial laws, marriage, everything that you need to have a proper society. This society is contains everything that you don't want to have.
That's right.
Everything improper.
That's right. So it was given to our fathers, as stated here, and to be passed down to our seeds for generation and generation. It doesn't change, right? So Psalm 78:5 says, "For He established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, right? So we are, that law is not abolished like we were taught in Christian church, man, and Sunday school, right? Sunday school, right? Which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children. So like my father didn't teach me that. He wasn't even in the home, right? But because of this truth now, I can pass it on to my son, and hopefully it takes root in him, right? Because he's telling me shalom, shalom, dad. I'm like, shalom, Jeremiah. You know what I mean? And it's a blessing, right? He knows who Yahweh is. He knows that he goes to a so-called Catholic school right now. It's not so-called; it is Catholic school, and demonic as hell, right? But he knows Jesus is a faggot. Because you hear me say that. I don't sugarcoat nothing with him. There's a demon, man. That's his name is Yahweh Shai. All right. So verse 6 says that the generation to come might know them, which what I just said earlier, because my son should know who the father is, right? Even the children which should be born, and hopefully pass to his children, right? Who should arise and declare them to their children. So yeah, man, this thing doesn't stop, man. Right? This is a perpetual thing, right? Keep going and going, and do sort of going and going, right? So this is what we need to do. Is like our seeds. We're gonna pass this word on, and hopefully, we're men of the Lord, and we make it the kingdom. I want to do that because it become written in our minds, and that'd be our first nature to not go off, right? Not sin, not piss the Most High off, man.
That's right. That's right.
So let's end that one.
That's how you're supposed to train up a child, because Esau's training up your kids anyway. You know, he's telling them it's okay if you want to have a sex change when you're 7 years old. You know, so that's a mental illness, man. That's you had anything else?
No, that's it.
I think your WhatsApp's thing died. Yeah, we can close it on there though. If you want to say anything.
No, that's it, man. You know, like breaking bread. So this is a good thing. You know, like we're here to. We're not always in how in the Bible, but it's still a sacrifice, right? And this is like an altar of the Most High, where 2 or 3 is gathered. Yahweh Shai is there, so always welcome His presence and spirit, right? Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, right? Thanks for inviting me in this, elder. Yeah, so that's it. That's it, man.
All right. So with that, we want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, our teachers, and salutations unto the brothers and few sisters out there.
Khan.
So, shalom.
Shalom.